Well, I'm back. I'm Afro Luigi. Let's see. I have a funny feeling this is going to be the last one. This rover just completed a very long mission. Its suspension looks... the suspension. Take care of it immediately. Please pay special attention to the bearings. They got beat up pretty bad. Also check if it's only the damage. There may be some more issues. Lots of them. And we need to get everything up to 58. Oh, right. Wrong tool. So let's grab this and see what the issues are. Oh, there's an issue up top. I really should lower this down. Oh, there's quite a few issues on this thing. Let's look up top, see what the issues are. Okay, this crossbeam and name chips are damaged. The differential restraint is gone. Oh, some things need to be cleaned. The organic reference material. Oh boy. Well, let's start disassembling it. We'll start at the top and work our way down. So I've been thinking, and since, like I said, it definitely feels like we're getting close to the end of the game, I've been thinking about what I want to play next. And the developers of this game are working on a survival game. I can't remember what they're calling it off the top of my head. Where you survive on Mars, but it's still in still being beta tested, and it's a closed beta right now. So it's not available to the public, and I don't have beta access just because I don't really do beta testing. I always feel bad because I'm not big on feedback. I just kind of live with things, so I didn't sign up and I'm not going to participate in that. Maybe when it comes out, we'll give it a shot. So we probably won't be playing that. But I do want to keep the focus on Mars, and there are other options. What's going on with that? Okay, that thing's still good. Alright. Oh, that little camera there needs to go. Did I empty my inventory of things? Probably not. Let's have a look. I did not, but I know what we've just been taking off. So I'm going to quickly recycle the stuff we're not needing. First thing we took off was that name chip. So there we go. I am probably going to have to look underneath it to see if there was any damage from the insides. But the bearings we all have to check as well. So let's remove these tires just so we can have a look at the bearings. Yeah, I definitely want to keep the focus on Mars. So there's a few other Mars-based games I want to play. Okay. Alright, the bearings are on the wheels, right? Yeah, because the bearings are in the back of the wheels, so that these wheels are all good, it looks, I'd say. Oh, let us take off this right suspension here. And this whole thing has to come off. Yeah, I definitely want to keep the focus on Mars, just because Mars is our closest planet that might be colonizable. Not in the near future, probably. I have very little faith that any of the current things to try and colonize Mars are actually going to succeed. But in the distant future, maybe. I definitely don't expect to live to see an actual colony. Maybe like a remote research outpost, but not a colony. Something more like it's something like The Martian, where it's just like a couple astronauts. Except hopefully we don't end up with a Mark Watney situation. I want to rewatch that movie now. I should not have mentioned that. I also read the book. Actually, I watched the movie before I read the book for The Martian. I didn't know the book existed beforehand. But what happened was in the movie there's this scene. This is a minor spoiler, so I'm going to try and keep it as light as spoiler. But there's this part where where he reestablishes contact with Earth, and they're talking. He's talking with the people, and they kind of like, you need to watch your language on this communication. Other people are seeing it, and he says something, and in the show they're just kind of like, did he just do that? And they're like, yeah, he did. But they don't show what he said in the movie. And I'm like, oh god, I need to know what he said. So I actually went and bought the book entirely so I could see what he typed in. Just because they were like, okay, what are they so horrified about that he just typed in this monitored chat? So I went and bought the book to read it, and I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was. It was just more of like him being immature would be the way to say it. I was expecting something a lot more inappropriate compared to what he was. It was still inappropriate. It was still, excuse me, it was still inappropriate for sure for a public communication, but not his. But I was expecting a lot worse. So I was kind of disappointed, but the book was still very good. I highly recommend it as well. I also recommend the movie. They're both really good. Also, I'm a sucker for a happy ending, so yeah, that ending got me. All right. So we now have a very lopsided rover. Let's lift her up. And just make sure none of the circuitry underneath is damaged. Yeah. There's also a movie I've been meaning to rewatch. It's an older one. Basically, the premise is they were trying to terraform Mars. And basically they were actually making progress. Like, Mars was green, when suddenly, within a matter of weeks, I think it was a very sudden thing. All their terraforming progress was undone. All the plants died, all that stuff. So they sent a team to investigate. And during landings, it's the team of astronauts and a robot. And the robot goes absolutely haywire and starts trying to kill the crew members. Well, succeeding, it killed a lot of them. And while there, they discover that while the plant life is all dead, the progress they made terraforming the atmosphere remained. And when they excuse me. So then the whole thing begins. So okay, so our progress is undone, but why does the planet still have a breathable atmosphere, which they technically should have been able to detect from Earth, but like I said, it wasn't. I never said it was an accurate science fiction movie. But I've been meaning to rewatch that movie. I have it on DVD. I just need to look through my collection to see which one it was. That was everything. So let's start printing things off. All right, let's clean things and then take things apart first. Oh, good thing I dusted that. Is there anything else that needs to be dusted? No, I'm really tempted to open that up just to have a look. So let's just check. Because we've already discovered one thing where they were kind of hiding the fact it needed to be replaced. Oh, look at that. Filter needs to be cleaned. And I didn't see any red when I was underneath it, so we're probably good on that in there. There, the filter's clean. Now let's see if it needs to be replaced. Nope, it's still good. Perfect. So let's start disassembling some of these wheels that need to be... Oh, the differential restraint can be disassembled. Let's do that. I was not expecting to be taking that off, but here we are. Okay. Repairing. So that's the differential restraint. Now what's left is this wheel. Oh, right, the spokes. All to get at that bearing right there. Now, I think we've checked all the concealed things, so I'm not too concerned about missing something now. So far, the math has always worked out in our favor, where the average has pointed us to the part that needs to be replaced. So I'm not too concerned about the other wheel bearings. And the rubber needs to go as well. All right, time to start printing. We're gonna have to stand by the printer for this one, just because we're gonna be asking for more parts than it can store. So start with the name chips and the Afro crossbeam. Let's see if I remember them both. Helps if I spell. There. Afro crossbeam. Next we have the IDD Sherlock. IDD Sherlock. Calibration target. Bam. Organic reference. EDL down. Okay, all this stuff is good. Well, good enough. Now the right side suspension. And differential rest spring. Let's do rest spring because I probably will not be able to spell differential. Followed by wheel spokes. 2 of them. Helps if I spell it correctly. And finally, the wheel bearing and then the wheel rim. We have to grab a couple things out. I said we'd have to stand right to grab a couple things out. Finally, the wheel rim. It's saying there's 2 items left. It's not printing anything, though. Maybe if I just back away, it'll disappear. Uh-oh. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. I think we picked everything up. Yeah, I'm now concerned that we missed an item, so we'll find out when we go to put this girl back together again. That's bugging me, actually. Has it gone away yet? It has not. Oh boy. So while I reassemble this, I'll be right back. Alright, so that. Everything was printed, and apparently that thing over there is correct. We are short the organic reference material. So, did it just fall? Did it clip into something? Who knows? But we're going to have to print off a new one, it looks like. See what happens if I do that. Maybe just jammed up in there? Nope. Well, let us stick this replacement in, and that'll appear someday, maybe. Alright, that should be everything. Unless there's something sneaky we missed, we should be good. Let's rush on over and calibrate. Complete, complete. Ah, I missed something. Oh, I missed a calibration target. Ah, it must have been a... it must have been dusty and I didn't notice. Oh, I feel bad. Anyways, on to the next one. Hey, during the last mission, the sampling mechanism on this rover was stuck regularly. I'm afraid we may have lost a lot of research material because of this, so I'd be very grateful if you could fix this issue as soon as possible. We suspect that it might have something to do with the sampling storages, but please check on it on your own. Just one tiny part keeps screwing us up. Also, I literally just noticed that it listed off the damaged part. So all those other ones where I missed something and didn't notice it. Oh. I can operate a crane. There we go. Well, it looks like the entire carousel mechanism's toast. Let's have a look underneath. Oh, no, not just the bit carousel. Storage is fine. So yeah, let us take that thing apart. I'm just going to zoom up here like this. So I apparently need to pay more attention to what's going on menus because I missed a lot of things. Alright, that part's done. I like how some parts, like, you can tell they intentionally simplify them. Like, a lot of the stuff on the inside of Perseverance is simplified a lot. Like, there should be a lot more, like, cables and stuff down here. Meanwhile, there's, like, some stuff up here where they're like, oh yeah, you have to undo every single screw. Oh boy. This is going to be something we can take apart over on the workbench. There we go. Not making that mistake again. Both of these units are coming with me. Oh, it was this one here on that last one. I don't think I even looked there. So I feel silly. And when we look at that, I forgot to empty out my inventory again. Literally just this one part. Oh no, it's this part. The whole door mechanism's shut. Alright, that should be it. Let's analyze these parts actually. Alright, door unlock piston and mechanism. Door unlock. Oh, perfect. So, dusty component. I still feel like we're getting very close to the end. I like the camera focus, like in that just now when I was out about to screw this thing in. Like the background way over there was blurry, but you could still see the units rolling around. Like I know that it's not like they don't render things when you're not focused on them. It's a nice little thing, little to see. All right. So just the tediousness of putting all the screws back in is next. And it's not even this part that's the tedious part, it's those covers. Oh! Okay. There must be an interior bit we can get into. So let's just start taking everything off. Oh wow, it's just that tiny little unit right there that's causing the issue. And yeah, you can see right through those things. Wow. Okay, what is this tiny little unit we have to replace? A cleaning tool. Helps by spell. In particular, where'd the numbers on that go? Interesting. Anyways, I'll be right back while I quickly reassemble this. Well, not quickly. Alright, as you probably noticed, I forgot to print the revolver cloths. So let us slap the calibrator in, print and calibrate, and see what happens. Perfect. Oh, look, a lot more stuff to do. Okay, we're got at least another couple episodes, it looks like. Although the rank is going up. Rank required Chief Master Sergeant of the Space Force. What's my rank? General of the Space Force. Okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.